So hello, here we are in lockdown and I've managed to find a beautiful garden and I'm going to be sharing a Yoga for Life session with you this morning. So we just start by coming into your standing position with your feet underneath your hips and gently bend the knees and straighten the legs. And notice your breathing. Start to roll the shoulders and bend the knees, breathing in as you come up, exhale as you come down into that knee bend, stretching out the calf muscles and enjoying slowing the breath, expanding the lungs, exhaling, breathing in, exhale, and then add the elbows, breathing in, open up the shoulders, exhale as you go back with the elbows, breathing in, and then keep the knee bend going, both arms, feel the shoulders opening and widening, exhale, breathing in, exhale, breathing in, exhale. And lengthening the legs, come into your chair posture, press the hands together, keep the elbows relaxed, soften the shoulders down, and while you're here in your chair, just turning the head to the right, slowly back to center, and over to the left, and allow the eyes to gaze a little bit as you come back. And straightening the legs, releasing the arms through and down. Let's take the chair again, down we go. This time loosen the hips by just swinging in the lower back and the hips there. Feel that lovely and soft as you deepen down. You can feel the Achilles stretching, deep breath in. And as you exhale, twist to your right again. Press the hands together, breathe in, come back to center, over to your left, just let your head follow, and back you come. This time extend up into candle posture, slide the shoulders down, open up and flat back forward. So I'm going to just turn so you can see the flat back position. So our arms are here and we just lengthen through. So you're hovering over. If you want to widen your feet, please do. And just enjoy the stretch at the back of the legs. If it gets a little intense, soften the neck, bend the knees and stretch. Bend the knees and stretch. Bend the knees, and this time allow yourself a gentle first forward bend of the day. Rub the back of the legs, feel the neck softening as you curve over, bend the knees, chin in, and then shoulders slide down as you roll all the way back up, standing in Tadasana. So let's do that one again. Take a deep breath in, extend the arms up and flat back. Here we go, head up, hollow back, long neck, hovering over. Take a nice deep breath here. You can try a few knee bends, lengthening out the lower back. And then over we go into our forward bend. Allow the head to soften, turning the head gently. Feel the shoulders lovely and soft here. And again, bend the knees and stretch them, lifting up the front of the thighs. Feel the breath entering you. Breathing in, and then shoulders slide down. Roll back up. And all the way back up. Lovely. So let the feet come underneath the hips now, and we're going to start by gently rotating the spine. So allowing the lower back to wake up to the day. Here we go. And twisting, and then over to your right side. Twist and stay there, and slide this arm back up. So from the back it will look a little bit like this. Slide the arm back up, and then the left arm comes onto your hip. And just do 3 little gentle stretches, loosening all around the spine. Lovely. And deep breath in. And then let's do some more swings side to side around the waist. Just let the head follow the shape of the back all the way over to the left. This time the left arm slides up the back like this. The right hand comes onto the left hip, and you rock 1, 2, 3, and then gently unravel all the way back out. So let's curve the back again from the side. You've got a center point here. Curve the back over and open up. Curve the back over and open up. You'll notice I'm adding a knee bend here to really feel this lovely curve. Keep the shoulders dropped, nice and soft around the neck. Stretch the fingers now, so you get a lovely stretch through the tendons of the arms and the hands and the fingers. And keep the arms there, but slide the shoulders down, down, down. Come into a simple balance, up onto your toes. And as you're there, don't mind if you wobble. Breathe. And coming down through the flat feet, relaxing the arms all the way back to standing, and take 1 lovely deep breath in. Filling up, filling up, filling up, filling up, filling up, filling up. Hold the breath for a moment at the top of the breath, and then when you're ready, exhale slowly all the way down. And at the end you can feel the abdominal muscles drawing back in to support you in standing. Just feel that. And then let's take some walking, just to feel how we're walking forwards and backwards, bringing the focus now onto your feet and gently breathing. So you've got toe ball heel, toe ball heel, toe ball heel, and then heel ball toe as you come forward. So this is a bit like a Tai Chi exercise, where you really allow yourself to feel the weight changing from the left to the right side. And as you all know, in yoga we're trying to balance our bodies, we balance our minds and balance our hearts, so that we're emotionally, mentally and physically very stable and present. So enjoy the feeling of lifting now a little bit more in the legs. So relaxing the knees, almost as though you're taking a step over something. And again, loosening it around the knee joints. Lifting the legs up. And feeling the connection in your core muscles as you lift the weight off the legs. You're sort of balancing a little bit through all of that. Lifting and then coming back to standing, feeling your weight centered, softening the knees and just take a few little bounces. Make sure the legs don't get rigid. Lovely. Feel that enjoyment of moving and having lots of springy legs. And then feel the stillness. Another deep breath in. And exhale. Feel the shoulders just opening from the shoulder cuff here. Allow the arms to feel heavy. Taking the legs a bit wider, we're going to carry on this time rotating with the hand instead of coming around on the hip, twisting onto the shoulder. So upper spinal twist. Over we go, getting ready to mobilize the spine even more. Twisting and adding your breath, let the breath enter quite naturally, and exhale. Breathing in and exhale. And then the other twist is around the back of the knee. So this is working on the lower part of your back here, all around your lower back and lumbar area. Again, let the head follow, and you can do this as slowly as you like. If you want to whiz it up a bit because you feel you need a bit of action, please add a little bit more speed. And then all the way down to the ankles, steady as we go, and then just hang and let the head go loose. So forward bend with the legs a bit wider now. Bend the knees deeply, chin in, hands to knees, shoulders slide down the back and up you come. That's great. So we'll take some nice standing postures now. Taking the legs a wide apart to 3 to 3.5 feet, and we'll do the pendulum movement through the transition through the toe ball heel. And coming back to stillness, take your right foot out, your left foot in a little, here, and just soften this knee and straighten it a few times. Lovely. As you straighten it, be aware of this lovely muscle coming up on the inside of the thigh, all the way up, from this part of the knee, all the way up, all the way into the back. So Virabhadrasana, we'll just take a simple lunge movement. Play around with your back foot. You can take, if you've got long legs, you can take the leg further back. If you've got shorter legs, bring it in. And just feel stable. Don't overextend in the hip here. And then add the arms by opening them out. So if you're constricting, go out, out, out. And then turning the head to create this lovely, stable, strong position known as Virabhadrasana, the warrior. Someone who can hold it, be strong, persistent, committed, and then lift the back arm up and down just to feel the movement in that back shoulder. And extend it up. Let's go back to center. Turn the toes in. Left foot comes out. And again, just play around until you feel really comfortable with your standing position. Don't over rotate. The hips are facing the front and the knee is soft. So bend and straighten that leg a few times just to, remember to breathe in this lovely fresh morning air and feel the muscle strengthening as you come up. A lot of these postures are about building bone and muscle texture and density so that you do feel strong in yourself, able to cope with everything life throws at us, which we all need, don't we, at the moment. And then the last thing is the head. Notice if your neck's a bit tight, you might want to try that a few times to loosen it. Just feel the shoulders dropping, don't close in, drop, 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 that's it. And then enjoy breathing. Notice what's happening in your core. Feel the connection with your core. And lifting the back arm up and down That's it. Feeling the stretch and opening in that back shoulder. And when you've had enough, gently come up with a straight leg. Bring the arms down. They may feel a little bit heavy now. Enjoy dropping them, and then bring the feet back in and underneath the hips for standing. Let's do a few more shoulder rolls to loosen all that off again. Forward, up, round, back and down. Slide them down. And then bringing the arms all the way up. Extend up. Wriggle the shoulders all the way up. And we'll take a side moon stretch to your right. And enjoy breathing. Connect to your core muscles. When you've had enough, come back up to center. Take another breath in. Exhale and allow yourself to come down into a side stretch. So imagine you're sliding against a wall. Not tipping. Connect your right foot into the ground as you extend over to the left. Soften your shoulders a little bit more. Breathe in. And as you exhale, come up. Slide the shoulders down again if you can. And then we'll do this lovely movement with the hands rotating from the wrists into the elbows, all the way into the shoulders, all the way down and back to standing. Enjoy rocking onto your feet through the toes and the heels. And we'll take another standing posture, the triangle, Trikonasana. So again, you can either jump your feet apart if you're feeling dynamic, or step them apart slowly. Turn the toes gently to the front. Take your right foot out. Take your left foot in a little, but again, your hips are going to stay to the front. So you can just rub your hip bones and point them to the front. And this is a lovely action with the hips, just to find that space in your hips. In the mornings, will be a bit stiffer. If you do this later on, when you've done some walking and warmed up, you'll notice you've got much more movement there. So spend a little bit of time on that action. There we go. And you'll notice how it lengthens the inside of your right leg. And then just bring your left hand round like a swimming action behind the back to open this part of the chest. Lovely. When you're there, you'll notice you can lengthen up this thigh muscle and then extend the arms. Let this arm gently float. If it feels a little bit tense here, you can soften the knee and then stretch it. Notice your breathing. Try to breathe through your nose as much as you can. And keep the breath as flowing as you can. Don't over hyperventilate. Don't breathe too deeply while you're practicing, but enjoy the feeling and what's happening with the head. Now the head can do all sorts. It can look down and then it can look up. The shoulders soft here, look. And you can relax the knee and straighten it. When you've had enough, bend that knee to take a bit of the weight out of your back, stretch up and come back up. Change sides. Take a nice breath in as you're changing sides. Relax your shoulders. And again, enjoy this movement in the hip. You might notice that one side is much looser than the other. So whichever side is tight, I would suggest you do the posture twice on that side at least. And then when you've got a lovely stretch back here, and you're feeling yourself going into the triangle shape, bring your right arm round, bring it behind you. And then allow this muscle to lift up to support you. Sometimes I like to lift my foot up Sometimes I like to bend the knee and find that stretch again. Here, don't try to aim at any particular point. Just notice the freedom in the shoulders. And when you're there, you can do all sorts with your head. You can look down and you can look up and breathe. If you're very supple, your hand will slip down to your ankle. Remember, be your own teacher. When you feel you've had enough, bend the knees slightly, bring the arm down, come up easily, and then bring the feet back together, either jumping them back or bringing them in like that. Take a lovely deep breath before we go now into our downward dog. So you can go into this position from a forward bend. Let's go from there, dropping the head, and then rather like a creature, an animal, bringing the hands forward. So you all know this one, I'm sure. The 4-point stretch. Come up onto your toes, exhale and stretch through, and then let the head go soft. So the head can lengthen down. Just turn your neck a little bit. Open the shoulder blades. Bring the elbows a little bit towards the floor here. And again, a wonderful posture for breathing. Take 3 deep breaths. Squeeze the belly in as you finish your breath. Relax your forehead, relax your neck, and if it gets a bit intense, you want to bend at the knees, feel free to do that. It's quite nice to knead down through the feet as well. And when you've had enough of that one, come on to all fours. Let's take the weight off the hands for a moment and just sit back into kneeling. Remember, if your knees don't like this position, what you want to do is sit cross-legged now, or in the diamond position with the soles of the feet together. And just stay here for a few moments. And tuck the toes in behind you now to give the metatarsals a lovely stretch here. Feel those metatarsals. And while you're here, we can take a nice stretch with the arms, palms up, stretching up, shoulders slide down. And deep breath in, exhale. And coming gently up, flattening the feet out, taking the knees right underneath the hips. We'll do a simple back stretch to mobilize your lordosis. Very simple, keeping everything very soft and open. From the hips, allow yourself to just salute the sun. Up we go. Turn the palms of the hands up. And then when you've had enough, bring the head up. Turn the head right and left. And back to center. And we'll do one more of those, reaching up, lengthening the hips forward, all the way back. Allow the arms to just hang towards the ankles. Feel this lovely openness in the throat. So as you hang back, allow your throat to open. And then bringing the head back up first, come back onto your heels, sitting down, and we'll curve back the other way. So the spine, having stretched this way, we'll do a counter pose And you give the thighs a lovely stretch here. You can stretch through. If I come forward, you can see you can use your hands like this. Give the ankles a good stretch, the wrists a good stretch, and then just push the chest up gently. And again, allow the head to open nice and loose in the neck. Coming back up through the fingers, all the way back up into your downward dog. Tuck your toes in, swing back up, and let's take a downward dog with a leg extension now. Bend the right knee in, and just take the right knee up to the ceiling or sky if you've got sky, and then extend the leg out. Relax the neck. And again, if you want to bend the left knee, feel free. Try not to twist the hips. Now when you're ready, change side, deep breath in. Stretch through the centre first before you transfer the weight. Up we go, knee to ceiling, hips square. So don't allow this to happen, keep the hips square. Extend the leg, shoulders open, forehead softly towards the right knee now. Bend the standing leg if you need to, and then stretch it. Bringing both feet back, have a full downward dog stretch. Let the forehead open, take a deep breath. Elbows connecting a little bit down towards the floor. And then coming back, all the way back up to kneeling or sitting. So we're going to do some work to open up the hips before we go into our lying and sitting section of the class. So we're going to start with the right foot in front, rather like the pigeon here. So the knee and the ankle are in line. And then the left knee comes behind you and you're sitting on your sitting bones in the middle. So if you need a cushion for your back foot or a little blanket, feel free. And right hand is on the floor here. And we're going to lift the back hip up and start to twist over to the right. And then roll back, transfer the arm, and allow this hip to open a little bit at the back. So quite gentle, opening the hips round and coming back. So you'll feel that the movement is in here, in the hips, and you're imagining you're turning your spine around a pole and coming back. This time out the breath, breathe in and let the head just follow naturally. Exhale and come back. Bring the feet back up into this position. Take a little ball. And then let's do the same on the other side. So left knee in line with your ankle here, and the back right knee just behind it comfortably, but there is quite a big open feeling in the hips. So rotating forward and round. Again, keep the shoulders down into the spine. Use your hand as a lever to wrap the spine around. And then using this hip here to soften down. Breathing in and exhale. Breathing in and exhale. Bringing the feet back up This time we're going to just hold under the knees. I'll do this from the side so you can see. Just hold under the knees here. Tuck the tummy muscles in. Wriggle your shoulders down. Then extend one leg and look up at your toe and stretch and flex the foot. And we'll do the same on the other side. Flex and stretch. And then as you come through, we're going to finish this section by coming into your forward bend and allow yourself just to gently fold over. Take 3 deep breaths and allow your shoulders to soften. Allow the back of the knees to just naturally fall to the floor. Don't over push. Feel the weight of the head dropping you forward. Draw the chin in and come up to sitting. Finish there. Lovely. Coming from here, we've had a chance to extend the spine with the forward bend. So from here, gently come down into this position with the knees soft and bent, and begin to mobilize your spine by working the spine against the floor in preparation for the bridge. So arching the back up and gently pushing it towards the floor. Feel the connection with the feet here as you push down, but don't at this point lift the hips off. So just feel this snaking action in the back. And do that 3 or 4 times. And when you're ready, bring your feet right underneath your knees. Stretch your toes out. Use your feet as a lever. Draw your chin in and come up into a gentle bridge. Just enough to feel the connection with your feet. Your knees should be relaxed. And you can feel some effort in the glutes here, in your buttocks, as you use your feet and your hips to arch the back. Bring the arms up over the head, keeping the shoulders nice and open. Get some energy in the arms. And take 3 lovely deep breaths. Again, enjoy the exhalation. Feel the core muscles here really wrapping in as you exhale. And when you've had enough, start by allowing the spine, the top of the back, the middle of the back, the lower back to come all the way down. Bring the arms round in a big stretch, draw the chin in, and just have a look at your knees and arch this part of the spine up and stretch through with the hands. This is a nice core muscle stretch. And then release down. So do that bridge again. Again, starting with everything nicely aligned, shoulders and hips. Begin the pelvic tip into feet. Feet push you. Chin lengthens. Take a deep breath to extend the arms up and over. Keep the shoulders here very open. You can play around with this if you like, just allowing the arms to feel free from the shoulders. Have a lovely big stretch up. Breathe in the posture. Make sure your feet are right underneath your knees. Adjust them as you need to. And then coming down, upper back, middle back, lower back. Deep breath in, arms open. Chin in, head to knees, extend through. This time see if we can stay there and just lift the right foot off. And then the left foot off. And then both feet off. Bring your head up. And when you're ready, you think, that's quite a good core stretch in here. Keep tucking in under there. And then down you come. Release the neck down and open the arms to the side. Palms turning down to the floor. Bring the knees up on the chest and just allow yourself a lovely back massage here from side to side. Bringing both the knees over to your right elbow. So you'll notice your left arm trying to keep your arm in the socket. You can move it around and then close the whole thing over. Slide the left arm back across the chest and just let the head follow naturally. Extend the top leg, that's your left leg. Feel that heel of the foot pushing away to a lovely stretch. Back we go. And let's do the whole thing on the left side. So again, this shoulder, depending on the shape of your body, see if you can keep the arm very soft in the socket here. You can push the hand away, feel that rotation in the spine and the loosening in the hip down here. Close the whole thing off. Rather like a bow and arrow action this, where you pull back. Feel that stretch. Extend this right leg now. Lift up and close. Feel that extension through. And come back. So you're now in the ball. From here you're extending the legs up, let the head drop, and the legs just hang down into your hip socket. So that might be a bit extreme for some people. So allow yourself to have bent knees if that helps. If you've got nice stretchy legs, you can stretch the legs out. And then let's try bending, hands to elbows. And elbows bent, hands to shoulders, up we go, and down. Rotate the feet out, and hands go just inside the knees into a sort of spidery shape here. Nice and loose. Rotate the feet. Rotate the hands from the wrist. And have a good stretch here if you want to. Don't overdo it, or if you haven't practiced for a while, be gentle with that one. And then bring the knees back up and come up into your ball. Extend the legs again. Rotate the feet out and have that lovely scissor stretch one more time. Slide the shoulders down. Give the insides of the legs a nice rub. See if you can ease out the tightness there. Remember, the legs are quite heavy, so you can hang on to them. And when you've had enough, bend at the knees, bring the knees back in, and this time take both hands around the right knee, extend the left, wriggle your shoulders down, and lift your head gently up to the right knee. And as you let the head go back, give this leg a lovely stretch out. You can use your hands again to allow yourself to drop your hip into the socket. Again, mobilize the feet and the ankles. Slide the shoulders down. And allow yourself a really nice stretch through. Coming out, take a breath in and change sides. Both hands over your left knee, extend your right leg down. So when you're here, really feel that hip opening. Bring your head up. And as you let the head come back, extend the leg right out. Animate the feet a little bit. Rotating. And if you'd like a deeper stretch, slide the hands up the leg. You might find one side a bit less supple than the other. Keep some energy in your standing leg here. That's it. And then bending the knee, shoulders down. Bring both the knees back up and give the back a lovely massage again. Bring the feet back and allow your knees to just drop out. So we'll mirror it with the hands here. And we'll do the butterfly, gentle little butterfly wings with the knees. And pressing the feet together, tighten the glutes, feel the rotation in the hip and press the hands together. As you're doing this, just breathe. Relax the hips, let the whole thing soften, relax the fingers. Bring the knees gently in. Lift your hips, put your hands right underneath your hips. Take the feet off, cross at the ankles and swing back. Ready for some sitting work. So we'll bring the left foot as close to your body as you can and your right foot in front. And just wiggle around up onto your sitting bones and sit lovely and tall. And just allow the hips to fold open like that. Have a sense of them just gently opening. And then we'll take some swimming movements forward and round. Let the head drop as if you're doing breaststroke. And round. Lovely. And lifting up the body. This time we'll take a stretch in front of the feet, allowing the hips to open gently. Take a deep breath in and out. Roll up, draw the chin in and stretch up the body. Change the legs over so it's the right foot close to the body, left foot in front. Again, just get right on top of those sit bones and lengthen the spine from your tailbone all the way up and drop the shoulders. And here we go again, lengthening through, feel the hips opening, breathing in, letting the head drop towards the floor, opening the shoulder blades, and then finishing with a lovely stretch forward, bringing the forehead down in front of the ankle joint if you can, Feeling the hips just gently opening for you. And draw the chin in. And sitting up tall. So into the diamond shape now, which is a bit of a looser sitting position. And give those inside legs a nice massage with your thumbs going down and lifting up the back. Take a deep breath in, this time head up, hollow back, lengthen over. Take your hands down to your feet. You can give your feet a nice rub at the same time and just let your head drop through the center space. Breathing when you're down there, and I like to use my thumbs just to give the insteps of my feet a lovely massage while I'm doing this forward bend from the diamond shape. Draw the chin in again, lift up the spine, bring the left foot close into the body, allow the hip to open like the wing of a butterfly here, nice and loose, and extend the right leg out to the side. So you're really trying to drop your hips right down through the center, and you can stretch and flex the long leg through the feet, feeling all the back of the leg muscles and then the front of the leg muscles and the connection through the feet. And from here we're just going to take the ear towards the knee to the right side and bring your left arm, and again a swimming action around, over to a side bend. And if you want to stretch the leg, you can flex the heel of the foot. If you want it softer, you can relax the leg. And when you've had enough, take a deep breath in. Feel your core muscles bringing you back up. Change sides. Once again, get your hips really dropping through the center. And then the right arm comes round and back. The left ear comes to the knee. And you can flex and stretch the foot here. Feeling that lovely power in the legs. And then releasing the whole of your back and opening, having this sense of softening through as you open the right hip. Use this position to breathe in, and you can look up if you can, but don't look up if it's causing tension in the neck. So again, play with the neck. Where does the neck feel comfortable? Where does it feel like it's having a nice stretch? And again, using your core muscles to bring you back up to center. From here we come into spider shape and lengthen through into your scissor stretch. You can give the insides of the legs a little rub. Again, don't overdo the legs here. You can, if you've got very stretchy legs, your heels can come off the floor and you can lift up, open the whole of the body up. And then as you lengthen forward, relax the feet here, nice and soft in the hips. So a good test is just this one, where you think, yes, these hips are nice and loose. And then allow yourself a deep stretch, just to the point where you think that feels good for you. Let your shoulders drop again, bring your elbows towards the floor. Use this posture to breathe gently. And then pressing the hands down to bring yourself back up to sitting. Gently fold the legs in, hang on to the knees and just have a little balance. Just behind the sit bones, find that paddy bit for you where you can just sit and balance. Try not to lift the shoulders, keep them down. Feel your core muscles engaging for you in that stretch. So from here we're going to go onto our tummies. So I'll come right on the side here, bring the elbows down onto your forehead, and again just massage the hip bones a little bit by rocking from side to side. So before you do anything, just loosen that all off after those big stretches from sitting, and have a few moments to breathe. And then coming up onto your elbows, so you've got your elbows dropping down from your shoulders, and just very simple here, pushing down into the elbows, creating space for your shoulders, and breathing in and out. Try to just relax in the lordosis. If that feels like it isn't much of a stretch for you at all, because it's very comfortable, and you want to lengthen Bhujangasana, the cobra posture, all you need to do is take your arms forward, again shoulders right down into the back, and then you can bring your hands in a little bit more, softening the elbows and finding a position that feels like a really nice stretch for you. Don't overdo it on the neck. As the back mobilizes, you'll notice your neck lengthens as well. And when you feel you've had enough of this stretch, take a deep breath in. Try to relax the buttocks a little bit more. Soften the elbows down. Open the elbows to the side, and just rest your head on your cheek. And from here we're going to get all our blankets and all the things you need for your relaxation, for Shavasana. And coming down, again I'll come on that angle so you can see me. Again, spend some time wriggling around to find your relaxation posture. You can do the skeletal rock where you tap your toes like this and just feel everything realigning. All the bones in your body coming into their structure. And then you can do this lovely full body massage where you take your feet right and left all the way up through the knees and into your hips, and all the way up, and just let yourself use the ground, the floor, to massage the body all the way up and down. Take some lovely deep breaths all the way down, so it's just your feet again, and come to stillness. So while you're lying there, I'm going to come and sit up so that my voice can be heard well on this film. Just enjoy the feeling after your 50 minutes of practice of allowing the body to feel its full weight. Just notice your breathing and try to breathe through your nose. And on the next breath, breathe up through your spine, from your tailbone all the way up to your neck. And as you exhale, begin to relax your upper back, your middle back, your lower back. Breathe into your hips. And as you relax and exhale, feel the hips just gently opening and the legs getting heavier and heavier all the way down through the ankles and the feet. Breathe up into your shoulders. And as you exhale, just feel those shoulders dropping away. And as you do that, the arms feel very heavy, relaxing the upper arms, the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, the hands, and the fingers. And on the next breath in, breathe up through the front of your body, through your belly, your ribs, up into your chest. And as you exhale, relax your pectoral muscles, relax your ribs, soften your belly, relax your abdominal muscles. And create space in the body for all the functions we need to keep us healthy. And on the next breath in, breathe up into your face. And as you exhale, relax your face completely. Around the forehead and the eyes. Relax the tongue in the mouth. And feel yourself melting and deepening into Shavasana. And I suggest that at the end of your Shavasana, you come to sitting like this with your thumb and middle finger together, and allow yourself 5 minutes of sitting quietly before you continue with your day. Now I'm going to leave the film at this point and allow you to stay in this posture for as long as you feel you need to.